Happy New Year, guys!
Happy New Year's! So today is the last day in 2017. Tonight is New Year's Eve, which is very exciting for many reasons.
Well, the fact that it's your birthday tomorrow.
Also, that is my birthday, actually in a few hours. But as every year, we do want to take this opportunity to of course, thank you all for a very, very amazing 2017 that we had with you.
Yeah.
You've been obviously with us through ups and downs, and we really, really enjoyed it and really appreciated every comment, every like, every support that you gave us, every email. So first of all, a big, big, big thank you. From all of us, all four of us. And also, as we do every year, we want to take this opportunity to reflect a little bit on 2017, on the highlights for us as a family as well.
And also talk about what we hope to achieve next year. So before I got married, when I was growing up in Nigeria, we did have a family tradition. On the 31st, we would all have a family meeting. And in that family meeting, my dad would make each and every one of us talk about our achievements of that year and our failures as well. So you had to talk about your shortcomings. But anyway, my dad also gave us the opportunity to then talk about what we intend to achieve the next year. And I think David and I have pretty much done that since we got married as well. And if you look back on our past videos, we always just reflect on the year and talk about what we plan to achieve. So let us start with 2017.
2017 obviously has been a crazy year for us with lots and ups and downs. And I think the obvious reason why this year has been absolutely amazing for us is the story, of course, of our second baby. That emotional roller coaster spread out over 2 or 3 months, I think, obviously is for us, I think, the highlight of this year. At the end of the day, it turned at some point, was a low light, and now highlight and low light, but of course now ultimately it's the absolute highlight for us. And as you know, early next year, you know, we're going to be welcoming him or her to our family, and we're really, really looking forward to that, of course. But clearly this we'll always remember 2017 for that roller coaster, I think.
One major highlight for me this year was the inception, or can I say the birth, of Medics Abroad. So most of you know that this year I launched my company, Medics Abroad, and I've been getting a lot of support from you guys, so I really, really appreciate it. One major reason why I'm super, super proud of Medics Abroad is that it's always been a dream of mine. I've always somehow wanted to combine medicine and travel. I've always wanted to combine it with doing charity work and giving back. The fact that I finally launched it and it's going even at a pace beyond what I expected is something that I'm very proud of. I set a goal for myself finally, and I told myself that I would launch this company before I turn 30. And most of you don't know, but but I'll be turning 30 next year. Yeah, I'll be turning 30 next year, so I'm super proud that I managed to launch this dream company of mine before I actually hit the big 30.
It's been amazing even for me to watch the journey. I obviously know that Adanna's been talking about this for a long time, trying to find the right path, and you know, this year she's really finally executed on it, which is amazing, and it's going incredibly well. Yeah. Proud of you.
Thank you, David.
Two sort of small highlights for me as well that are recurring highlights almost every year is definitely the way we were able to continue on all our platforms. You know that we post once a week now, and I think we have missed hardly any weekend this year, and even the last 3.5, almost close to 4 years that we've been doing this. Actually in February it's going to be 4 years that we're on YouTube.
Oh really?
Yes, February 14th 2014 we posted our first video. So the fact that we again continue to, you know, regularly post, you know, provide some nice interesting content for you guys out there is not obvious or normal for us, because as you know, this is not our job. You know, we have our own jobs on the side, we have a family. So I'm really proud you know, of us really, of being able to stick to this, and it's been a great journey this year again for us. Things always evolve, so we always learn new things every year, but it keeps being super interesting, very exciting for us, the creative process and everything. Meeting more of you this year as well. We had little meetups here and there. Adanna had one in Kenya, so the whole journey has just been incredibly rewarding for me, and I'm really proud of this and really happy to see that we continue to be able to do that. And the second smaller highlight for me really was this year, I think, we both were able to find a great routine with Kian. I felt we really got the handle of the whole parenting thing, you know. It's not as easy, you know, to get used to it properly. And also, you know kind of the areas you just have to accept, you know, are gonna be different when you're a parent. And the areas, of course, you have to work on and stuff. So, you know, I think looking back, I feel we did a great job this year with Kian. And that also, I think, reflected in Kian's behavior. You know, as you saw in many videos, he's really grown in the last few months. He's now really a little boy, if you will, not a baby anymore, you know. So, yeah, I'm really proud of that as well. I think it's been a highlight for me 2017.
That, in addition to all the minor things that have been going on in our lives, some of which we share, most of which we keep to ourselves. And that has really made us very, very grateful for 2017. We will be telling a lie if we said 2017 was absolutely perfect for us and there was no low light. And I suppose part of the reason for doing this is also to encourage anybody out there who's also had low lights this year to just realize that this is just the normal life's process. The number one thing that I can think of that was a low light for me was definitely the roller coaster that I went through with the baby. I know David mentioned that as a highlight because of how things progressed, thank God for that, but it was definitely one of my low lights this year. I'm going through that pregnancy roller coaster, and in addition to that, having to then take a break from work. You guys know I really enjoy medicine. I enjoy being a doctor, but obviously because of the way the pregnancy was developing, my doctor says you have to take a break from work.
Right.
But the way, I suppose, as optimistic as we are in our relationship and the way that our outlook in life is in general, is that you always have to think about the positives that come out of a negative situation. So the fact that I was able to take that much break from work gave me more time to work on Medics Abroad, which has ended up now being a success. So, you know, there are low lights, but somehow we always manage to triumph, and I'm just grateful to God for that.
I think when it comes to low lights in everybody's life, you know, it's really about how you look at them and the perception and attitude you have towards them, you know. Of course, some people experience more lowlights than others in a year, and you feel like, okay, this year has really been, you know, a waste, or has been very difficult for me, tough for me, which is probably true. But to be honest, you know, looking back at the year now and looking forward as well, it's all about, you know, how you look at it now, what you learn out of it. You know, are you going to try and find the lesson in every of those lowlights, you know, that you experienced maybe in 2017? And you'll be surprised how many times you can actually turn a lowlight or a challenge in your life into actually something very positive ultimately.
So having summarized highlights and lowlights of 2017, we would like to talk about what we plan to achieve for 2018. So personally, the first thing for me would be safely welcoming a new member of this family. So that would be a major achievement for 2018. Secondly, would be Medics Abroad. We normally liaise international students with hospitals to carry out clinical electives, mostly in Africa, and the first group of students are due to be going in July, August 2018. So that's something that I'm very much looking forward to. There's a lot of logistics planning going into that, and come July, August, it will be like major reality for me. So that's something I'm looking forward to, and something that I'm planning to achieve and hoping that it will be a success. In addition to the elective aspect of Medics Abroad, we also help students who are interested in studying med school to gain admission, either through pre-med or through direct entry. We're also planning to kick off the mentorship program. So for current healthcare professionals, current medical students and prospective students, we do offer mentorship. So I'm looking forward to the first group of mentees that I'm going to have next year. So that's something that I'm looking forward to achieving next year as well.
For me, number one priority next year, in as much as I can actually give birth to our baby, but of course my priority will be to be as supportive as I can in the process to Adanna. You know, to be on her side as I have been with Kian, of course. Be there for during the birth, be there immediately after the birth, and just making sure, of course, that she and the baby have the smoothest transition, you know, into this world, really, for the baby at least. And just be there for her, of course, and the baby. So that's my priority number one. Secondly, I want to do an even better job, I think, next year to find a good work-life balance. You know, I think obviously I'm very lucky in my job that I'm in at the moment. It's a fairly flexible job, and you know, I've been able to really be supportive of Adanna and of the family and really be there already many times. But now having 2 kids, of course, going forward, you know, I really want to try and achieve that balance even better between obviously work, which is very important, and I love work, and Adanna knows this, you know, I'm very passionate about what I do, but at the same time, of course, family always comes first. So, you know, I want to do an even better job in that, and find ways to be even more supportive and spend even more time with all 4 of us, really. And yeah, that's definitely my second priority for next year.
As if that's even possible. You're doing so much already.
There's always room for improvement, I think. Always. And then thirdly, I think a joint goal, of course, for next year, which I think has been our goal every year and will remain our goal every year, is to again be able to continue on all our platforms. This year, of course, especially because of the birth, you will understand that it will not always be easy for us, you know, once the new baby comes. But I think we're gonna set ourselves the goal to continue to provide the content for you as you're used to in the last 4 years. You know, become even better, of course, in it, become more creative, and just keep enjoying as well the process. Again, I think this is one of the key things for us of being on YouTube. You really enjoy the process. You know, this is something we love doing. I hope you guys continue enjoying our content and keep supporting us next year.
And of course, as the year goes by, if anything comes up in our lives, we will try our best to share it with you.
Of course.
We're only talking about what we can predict, but as you know, with life, some things are just unpredictable, and we're just really hoping and praying for a smooth year next year, and wishing all of you the best that life has to offer as well.
Absolutely.
And we'll be here for you. Most of you do send us personal emails and we find the time to respond. So as much as our workload is going to increase, we're going to try our best to still engage with as many of you as possible.
Yeah.
But in your private lives, we really do wish you guys the best. All the best for 2018. I hope all of your dreams come true and I hope all of your wishes are fulfilled. Yeah. And I hope you get out of 2018 even much more than you had hoped.
Absolutely. And remember to stay positive. I think a lot about life and the success in life is about your mindset. So keep a positive mindset. As Adanna always says, surround yourself with positive people. Yeah. Set yourself goals, you know, and really stay focused in achieving those goals. And we are convinced that 2018 is going to be an amazing year. Let us know about any feedback, about content you might want us to provide and do for you, of course. We're always keen to listen to you guys. So with that, we want to wish you guys a happy new year. Happy 2018. Celebrate well tonight, but obviously be careful. Especially those of you who are going to be using all the crackers and fireworks. So be careful of that. But enjoy, guys. We will see you in the new year. Hopefully in great spirits.
And those of you that watch this video on the 1st, remember to leave a comment to say happy birthday to David. Because it's David's birthday.
Don't worry.
Tomorrow.
I'm turning 25 finally.
I want to say how old you're turning.
No, you don't. No, you really don't want it. No, you really don't.
Yes, I do.
No, I really don't.
He's turning.
Fine. See you in the new year and see you next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.